There are over 100 costumes to collect around the Mario Kart World across a sprawling, urbanized take on the Mushroom Kingdom. I have spent way too much time exploring all the little world-building details. It's more fun than actually playing Straight Line Simulator. I mean, look at this high-octane Sunday morning cruise. As I've done with Pokemon, I think this calls for another round of fashion reviews. We start strong with the Touring series, a fresh take on Mario. All of the touring outfits do a fantastic job of bringing the cast into a modernized world. This is stylish and functional while keeping Mario's iconic color scheme. The red jacket is a nice medium between the tones of his skin and hair. He looks like a biker, minus anything actually intimidating, preserving Mario's charm. How do we go back from this? Mario better be driving to Bowser's castle in the next side-scroller. Then there's Luigi looking like an airbag. This ain't Marty McFly's puffer vest. This is a puffer jacket with a puffer collar and puffer gloves, and they really bring out the puffer shoes that Mario barely managed to make sensible. Next up is the single greatest Mario design of all time. That's right, we're starting at the top and it's all downhill from here. As you'll recall, I had strong feelings about last year's Peach sword fighter.
She owns it. She's got confidence, she's got style, she's not afraid to cut a bitch, but only one who has committed destruction of property at the Sparkle Theater.
You don't recall, you didn't watch this. Well, power creep is accelerating and she's already been outclassed. Make way for Touring Peach. I am in love. She is stylish, she is functional, she is unbound by any gender norms. You want to be a princess in a biker gang? Go for it. She is ready for selfies with friends or change your perspective, and she has already slain her enemies. Mercy, I think you mean Peachy. She is cute, she is cool, she is everything and my next cosplay project. We've never seen Peach dress anything like this, yet it works. I'm always incredulous at how Pokemon's character designers are constantly making up categories of garments that don't actually exist, looking like generative AI. Peach is wearing real clothes. Her video game personality is showcased through topical cosmetics, like the vibrant colors and the crown patch on the back. Okay, enough gushing. Daisy, I've said some things about before.
Princess Daisy was invited to one Mario Party back in 2000, and she just keeps coming back. Guys, I think that's a Daisy's Mario Kart. How does she always find us? We kicked her out of the group text years ago. Oh god, she's at the door. I am the super mushroom!
But this outfit is heckin' cute. She's got a short sleeve puffer jacket, which is not common, but she's committed to enough accessories to earn something eccentric. The bandage highlights how Daisy's the sporty one, and also probably a klutz. She wouldn't be wearing a short sleeve puffer jacket if she wasn't a little dumb. Rosalina is your gamer girlfriend, you little pog champ. I know that I'm gay because I'm able to look at this and feel nothing. But this? I can look at this and feel rage! Did the baby dress itself like this? Does the baby have agency? It's driving a car! Baby Rosalina was made specifically for Mario Kart 8. Someone looked at the Mario Kart roster and said, you know, there just aren't enough babies operating motor vehicles. And the rest of Nintendo were all too cowardly to speak up, thereby becoming complicit in the baby's fascist takeover. History will remember Mario Kart 8. These abominations are, at best, a time anomaly. Babies cannot drive. I know it's a silly video game. We're supposed to think when we talk of horses that you see them printing their proud hoofs in the receiving earth, for 'tis your thoughts that now must deck our kings. But I will not suspend my disbelief for babies behind the wheel! Anyway, Baby Daisy was made for Mario Kart Wii. I'd love to see adult Daisy in this, and note that she gets a new hairstyle in the back. This, I'm gonna say, would get my approval. If they ditch the pacifier, which is weird, if they're old enough for competent motor functions, then they should have outgrown the need for a pacifier, which isn't totally recommended to begin with, but anyway, thank goodness this baby doesn't try to ruin what Biker Peach had going on. This is an actually plausible design for someone who wants to obsess over dressing up their baby. It's a simple 3-color scheme with no outlandish pieces stealing attention from each other. You've probably noticed that I demand only the most cutting realism from my Super Mario games, so this is the one baby design I will not rage about. You pass, Baby Peach. We will not call you today, in the hopes that you may someday grow to become this champion. Yoshi just gets goggles, a scarf, some shoes, so I guess Yoshi wears shoes? Those red boots are removable? After 40 years he's gonna start teasing the goods? What's going on under there, Yoshi? Also, this jacket goes under his shell. The shell is also removable? What is Yoshi? This running Koopa is a reference to Koopa the Quick. Bold choice to run a marathon pantsless. Let me know how it goes. For the Pro Racer series, Mario goes full Speed Racer and reminds us that, yeah, they really should be wearing helmets. A cute detail is that Mario's #1! Woohoo! Luigi gets the same thing, second banana. Luigi copies several of his brother's outfits, and he never looks quite as good. Bold designs call for bold colors, which only Mario's red delivers. I think Waluigi looks much more at home in this than his usual purple plumber outfit. I like how his suit has a V-neck, leading us to the goods that you know Waluigi has. Wario's comes with handprints on the cheeks. I didn't know he was a romantic too. Rosalina keeps up the cozy, casual vibes with a sweater around her waist. But why? Was she at one point wearing it over the jumpsuit? Seems excessive. This outfit does not hold up to scrutiny. Love the crown cap though, I'll take 20. Sporty Daisy wears her crown cap backwards and improves the contrast against its black with a gold trim rather than silver. This jumpsuit includes padding that looks like a bib with Daisy's name on it because, as previously established, Daisy is a little bit dumb. So here comes Peach to slay it as usual, except she also has the bib design. Maybe she didn't want Daisy to feel singled out. We continue improving the hat's contrast by swapping the blue brim, which was out of place on Daisy, for pink. I will take 30 of this hat, please and thank you. Also, it's just great to see female characters with baggy clothes. I've been exposed to way too much anime recently. Peach is much more realistically proportioned than anime girls, even if her head is 3 times too big. You know who doesn't have a bib? The babies, obviously. At least someone finally put a helmet on the baby who is smashing her way down the highway median. It's the little victories. Pro Racer baby Daisy has a crown in place of a visor, which looks great, but is about as functional as a baby on the accelerator. This design does not work for a baby. On Mario, we see the brand Baby Racing. So in the Mushroom Kingdom, there's an organized league that sticks babies in race cars for entertainment? Do spectators place bets on which baby will suffer the most horrible death? Baby Luigi's perpetual 60 FPS butt wiggle makes me uncomfortable. Like, why? Why is he so happy? He should not be happy. I am not happy. Toad and Toadette are jokes, and I think they're hilarious. These giant helmets are so stupid they're genius. King Boo getting just a helmet is another joke, but you can't follow an act like Toad's with something so overdone. How pedestrian. Like before, I'm no fan of the Koopa. This one has a helmet just for his eyes. Not goggles, an eye helmet. But if that helmet gets pushed back at all by a collision, then it is squishing against his eyes, either the front or the back. He did not think this through. He is a bipedal tortoise. Those shouldn't be driving anyway. Don't get me started on the fish. There's nothing sacred left in this world. The next design is existentially worse. Yoshi is crammed into a jumpsuit, which also begs the question of what is under his evidently removable boots and shell. I see no zipper, which means he squeezed his bulbous nose through that tiny neck hole. And we have another eye helmet. Altogether freaky stuff and philosophical quandaries you will never unsee. Bowser gets a full jumpsuit, even little caps for his horns, but not his other spikes, and a covering fitted over his shell with a sponsorship. So we've got Bowser in clothes, which means Bowser as he's typically depicted is just a nudist terrorizing the community. I thought they were supposed to be like hippies, but I guess they can also be serial arsonists. Don't feel constrained by your lifestyle. You can follow your dreams no matter what you are. Bowser Jr. gets mostly the same thing, swapping out some of the darker colors, except he's still not putting pants on. The Bowser family resists textile assimilation. Birdo! Birdo's thing now is beauty, as if we will be distracted from that giant void of a nose or mouth that shoots eggs. Her racing tracksuit does not even pretend to be functional, and again, no pants, trying to distract my gaze, but nope, my eyes are staying locked on to anything else but Birdo. 0 stars. Once I started questioning the biology of what we encounter in the Mushroom Kingdom, there was no going back for me. Nothing can make Birdo make sense. Then there's this little dweeb. What even is this creature, with his dumb little button nose and happy mouth and giant feet and 3 hairs and turtle shell? Ew, he's gross. The Game Boy communicator here is confusing because it's on his back, and with the cable going across, wouldn't he have to remove it by reaching across his back from the opposite side rather than just pulling it down from his shoulder? That is not easy access. Unlike his lack of pants, I'm not assuming Lakitu comes from the same noble intentions as the Bowsers. For the all-terrain outfits, an ATV helmet should cover cover the entire face, but Mario's got his schnoz hanging out. The red and blue colors are being alternated too frequently throughout. This is giving Electric Soldier Porygon. Luigi's got the same outfit, but I don't think his green goes well with the black, white, and blue. Mario's look is intense. Luigi's, I don't get such a committed vibe from, if that makes sense. Donkey Kong's got open-toed gloves on his feet, but the ones on his hands are closed. Curious intentions behind that choice. He's also leaving the cake totally exposed, so I guess it's fan service? I'll allow it, but only once. Bowser scales it back more by now leaving the joints exposed too. A custom-made covering has been strapped over his shell, which is the part least in need of protection. For how long this would have taken to make, you'd think Bowser would have spared a thought for the rest of his outfit. This manages to be neither stylish nor functional, nor does it tempt me with forbidden thoughts like DK. All-Terrain Koopa is shockingly hardcore, with the red eyes and shell. The black accessories are sharp against his yellow skin. I'm not sure what purpose the red frame serves other than as a harness. This doesn't say all-terrain, but it does say he tried something. That'll be good enough. If you are the one who was asking to put Koopa in a harness, please don't leave a comment. The festival outfits lose me with those toad socks. Returning viewers may recall my opinion on this matter.
And if you look at the concept art, his shoes have toes! Burn it!
Even if they're traditional Japanese heritage, some sins cannot be forgiven. Also, Luigi, blue is not your color. Every time you try to copy Mario, you botch it. Peach gets a slim yukata covered in pepperoni. How's she gonna drive a motorcycle when she can't separate her legs? Oh, of course, she just partially phases out from the material realm. I wonder if she's forgotten the fan tucked behind her. She'll remember it when she sits back. Crunch. Yoshi's take brings up a few issues. The headband calls attention to how Yoshi doesn't really have a top of the head area. This pouch is hanging around his shell, so wouldn't the slightest lift back send it falling off? The socks and sandals imply that Yoshi has toes. Come on, Nintendo, let me stop thinking about this! Lastly, the chin strap here makes Lakitu look like even more of a dork. Wayward strands on the hat echo his ugly hairs, but I wouldn't call that a design plus. We should be hiding what makes us unique, not embracing it. And his shell is also removable! What are shells in the Mario-verse? I need a vacation. So here's the last category, and I'll review the other half of the roster in another video. I make YouTube videos, by the way. Half of it's card games, but the other half is like more Nintendo fashion jokes, so you can subscribe if any of this interests you, and more of it will reach you eventually. Vacation Peach looks like she's from an 80s or 90s sitcom. Like, in trying to look casual, she actually looks more done up. And speaking of up, if these trousers manage to climb any higher, she's gonna turn into Bert the Bashful, who Yoshi mercilessly pants to death? How did that get past standards and practices? Oh, sorry. This is Vacation Peach. She gets 2 vacations because she certainly isn't busy governing. This retro thrift dates farther back to the early 1900s when people still wore hats. Peach is an old soul, weary of the commodified, hyper-commercialized ways, even though as head of state, she's the one with the power to effect changes in society rather than indulging in this constant escapism. Look, I love Peach as a friend, but I worry that she is not earning re-election. It's no wonder the highway railings here are made of foam. The construction crews know that Princess Peach ain't sending a safety committee to check their work. She's gotten Daisy into retro fashion too. Just look at how endearingly overdone this like 1960s Parisian outfit is. I think it works for Daisy though, because it's Daisy. We're not expecting anything rational from Daisy. She's just bringing the Naruto, happy to be here even though no one invited her. Hey, Mario finally lets the dogs out. I really don't think the backwards cap fits here with the sunglasses. Mario is trying to be too 90s cool when his lane is post-apoc cool, but we'll get to that next time. Birdo in a sundress with no bottom, it's like a Family Guy joke. She's woefully underdressed for trying to distract us from the gaping egg void of her negative space face. Spikes going through the dress, not distracting me. Giant rock highlighting her monster claws, not distracting me. Fish-shaped mermaid scale bow? Okay, actual good touch, except that it's a reference to this emotionally scarring statue. I'm sorry for reminding you about that. Here's a way better statue of my homegirl Peaches. Moving on to the water, Koopa's looking like a Paper Mario NPC. You know, back when Paper Mario had characters in it. It's a cute, silly outfit that does nothing wrong. I'll just note that Koopas are tortoises, not turtles, so they shouldn't actually be aquatic, so just know that if you push this Koopa overboard, it will die. Not that we care, obviously. Mario and friends have already killed thousands of these, and nobody's gonna mention it. Let's just play Mario Kart and have a good time. Sailor Koopa! The baby girls were also given sailor outfits for their parents to post on Instagram, as if anyone cares, they're just as ugly as everyone else's babies. Daisy has loose tassels, Peach has fancy bows. I appreciate the thoughtful contrast here. It's a testament to how much thought went into the world building of Mario Kart World, instead of the track designs. But Peach lacks a royal gemstone like Daisy, so they missed a spot. Rosalina has a different hat for some reason, but I like it better. The stripe matches the trim of the shirt, tying the outfit together better. And her gem is tied to look like a shooting star, which is seriously adorable. I wish I could sport that. Even tragically infantilized, Rosalina continues to dominate the field. To end this week's reviews, I am jumping into the ocean. It's a euphemism. Don't worry, I'm okay, I can probably swim. Daisy's swimsuit, I can only assume, was made to be used with the ATVs because this looks so hilariously incongruous. The hat and wristband are excellent, subtle accessories to spice up her outfit without drawing attention. I'm just not sold on the brooch, that's too bulky. Baby Mario is also treading water. Oh no, somebody help him. By donning an 1800s swimsuit, Yoshi is actually dressing up for this. A glimpse of his heel brings us a little closer to solving the mystery. There's absolutely concept art locked deep in Nintendo's vault of Yoshi's feet, and I'm not letting go of this! Also, this snorkel allows Yoshi to breathe 1 inch under the water's surface. Better hope there are no waves coming. The characters' heads are just too big for an appropriately proportioned snorkel. I do like that Mario's is a warp pipe. That's pretty cute. I'm still not bringing him to shore though. Gotta fix the timeline somehow. With that, we are only halfway through the roster. Thanks for sticking with me this far, but you're not done yet. Well, I'm the one who has to actually make the next video, record B-roll for another 50 characters, spend some quality time with Wario and Waluigi, write another script, record new lines, get Wario out of the house, light some candles, try not to cry this time. What?